What's up, meatballs? Mr. Meathook here, coming to you today with episode 5 of Mr. Meathook's shitty video reviews. Because let's face it, not all bad movies are made the same. During this series, I take a look at the best of the worst and the worst of the worst. I tell you if it's good shit, bad shit, or even worth it shit. Of course, these are all my opinions. But today, we're going to be talking about the 2004 Henrik Kudo film, Slumber Party Murder Mania. Now, this is not available on DVD. It's never been available on VHS. The only way to get this, legally, there is a bootleg of it. It's actually quite bootlegged. But the only way to get it is through this right here, which you can only get through Henrik. I will leave the link in the description if you want to pick it up. It's 6 hours of his, what he calls his backyard legacy. It's his early shot on video horror stuff. There's some like early music videos and stuff too, like really early stuff. But yeah, he hosts every single segment on here. Tells you a little bit of the backstory. So, Slumber Party Murder Mania from 2004 was what he considers his last backyard film before he like stepped into real filmmaking. If this was a typical shot on video film, I wouldn't grade it very high, but I do use a sliding scale based on a number of factors. The fact that he was only 17 when he made this, it's going to be higher graded than if it was an established filmmaker making such a film. So, it's 30-ish minutes long. Seems as though everybody in it, with the exception of one person, is probably between the ages of 15 and 17. So the acting is subpar, especially for one girl. The girl wearing the Pokemon shirt during the movie, her acting is really bad. Super wooden. But I don't care. It's still a fun flick to watch. Lots of blood, not really much gore to speak of. A lot of blood though. A whole lot of blood, like surprisingly. Way more than there should be at times, but whatever. I enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun with it. The dialogue is a little hard to pick up at times. Sometimes the music is a little louder than the dialogue itself. Sometimes the dialogue is just hard to pick up in general. A couple of the scenes are lit really poorly. But again, it was made for like $80 by a bunch of teenagers. So how hard on it can I really be? I did enjoy it. I suggest that if you're a fan of shot on video, or if you like just supporting indie film in general, pick this up. I think it was $10. It could have been 15. I don't really remember. There's 6.5 fucking hours of content on this disc, guys. Holy shit. Definitely pick this up. Again, I will leave a link in the description to where you can grab that. But as you know, if you've been watching this series, I rate on a dookie scale, with 1 or less being absolute fucking shit, don't ever watch it, and 5 being like the cream of the crap. All things considered, you know, on the pros we have a lot of blood, and actually a really good soundtrack too, like a lot of punk and metal. So I dug the soundtrack. You know, the cons, the acting is pretty bad. From one person, it's fucking atrocious. Again, the lighting is kind of bad in a couple of scenes. But it was made for like $80 with a bunch of teenagers, so all things considered, I'm going to give Slumber Party Murder Mania my highest rating yet. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 dookies. So guys, this is going to be an ongoing series. I will be reviewing a lot of shot on video, but just indie film in general. A lot of times I like to include like footage from the trailers, but the only trailer, only video footage of any kind at all I can find for this online is really bad quality, and it's got what's probably copyrighted music over it. I don't want to deal with that. So unfortunately, no footage included this time. But yeah, guys, if there's something you guys want to see me review, on my shitty video reviews, go ahead and drop that in the comments. Let me know if it's something I have or something I can easily access. I'll do it. Otherwise, I'll just keep throwing stuff out there that I want to go ahead and talk about. But guys, I do again thank you so much for watching. Be sure to be cool, be spoopy, and support independent horror. Deuces.